What is up, you guys? It is Jake State Farm here with Atomic Theory, bringing you another chess video. And in today's video, we are actually not going to be playing any atomic chess. We're playing a standard chess hourly blitz arena. And I know what you guys are probably all thinking, my loyal followers and subscribers. Jake State Farm, why are you not playing atomic? But I want to mix in some standard chess content to get some reach to some people that may not be interested in atomic chess. My hope is that people can find this channel and people that aren't already into atomic chess. Oh, let me pause here for a second because this is a cool position. People that aren't already into atomic chess may not want to click on an atomic chess video. So I want to mix in, I'm thinking maybe every couple months, every 3 months, just a standard chess video here and there. Just to showcase some standard chess to get some more people clicking on the videos, some people from different audiences, and then hopefully once they click and they see it, maybe they'll get interested in atomic chess. And because that's the whole goal, right, is to get new players in and to help players get better at atomic chess. I've got some ideas for that coming soon as well, but anyway, that's the whole premise for the video. So hopping right into this game, I am a bit rusty. I haven't played standard chess in like probably a couple months. But this is a really interesting position here. I can actually make this move queen g4. Normally you do not want to get your queens out in the opening, but in this case, black either has to play king f8 or bishop f8. Otherwise, black is just worse here. There's a lot of fun trappy lines here. For instance, one of my favorite lines is queen f6. Afterwards, I can play knight d5, and after queen takes f2, I just have king d1, and my king is actually perfectly safe on d1 with my bishop guarding f1 there. He likes to go for g6 instead. We need to be mindful of this threat pawn to d5, which would come with a double attack on my bishop and my queen here. So I think the move here is queen f3. Okay, interesting. Normally you see knight f6 or queen f6. If queen f6, the move is knight d5 there with this double attack here. And then after the queens get traded, white just has a pleasant position. And then after knight f6, I think it's actually like d3. And then my bishop's going to come to one of these squares. And his pawn is just misplaced here on g6. But pawn f6, this is strange. I don't know if I've ever even seen this move before. Trying to figure out what I should go for. Like immediately I'm looking at d3. Seems like a solid move. I can take and go bishop h6, and he's just never castling there. I'm going to go for it. This knight is going to have trouble getting out. Oh, okay, so I should have started with knight g2. Yeah, I should have started with this first. Sometimes with the knight on f6, there's some takes ideas without my queen there, but yeah, I should have known that. That's a pretty common idea in this line. I just kind of overlooked that. Okay, interesting. I think he's just sacking a pawn here. He wants to come to g4. But then I'll have pawn f3, I believe, and I think I'm okay there. I don't see any ideas for him. Any big ideas yet. Interesting. Guess I can probably turn my sound up too since we're not playing atomic, so there won't be any loud booms. Okay. How do I want to go about this here? I'm tempted to push here. Keep this nice diagonal for my bishop. The problem is, I guess I'll start with takes. There's no reason not to, just stopping bishop g4 ideas. If I take here, he gets knight takes c6, and then his knight is in a pretty good spot, whereas pushing queen takes d6, then I think I have knight e4 there, which I'm quite fond of. If pawn takes, then I just go knight e4 with a tempo here. In fact, starting with knight e4 would have been an idea. Okay, but he does take with the bishop, which is what I thought. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go d6 here. I know it looks like a strange move, but I think I'm just going to do it. I was about to say he doesn't have to take this actually, and that's actually a really good move. Let's go ahead with knight e4 though, because I want him to take with the knight here, which opens up my bishop on h6. So, question is, do I take that or not though? Let's start with pawn to c3. I've got some calculating to do. After knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, there's nothing here, so I think we're okay. I want to start with c3 to open up my bishop. Let's go ahead and do it. I don't want to really trade off this knight, which I think is pretty good. Yeah, he probably should have taken here, but then after he takes, it's not so clear. I mean, if the queens get traded off, my rook comes here, and my knight was here threatening these squares. I think I had a good position there, so don't hate this for him. Okay, let's go queen to b3. He might come in here. Oh, but no, then we just have bishop f7. So yeah, obvious threat here is queenside castles. And he allows it. In fact, it's even better now because after bishop takes, I've got queen takes b7. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I guess now I need to protect that pawn. So let's go rook d2. We need to speed up a little bit here. So he's made it out of the opening here. I did definitely make a mistake there, yeah. I made a mistake there in the opening going d3 instead of knight e2. I think that's when I gave away my advantage. But this is still a super cool line. I highly recommend it. I've actually gotten the chance to play it over the board some as well. Super fun line. People just, yeah, when the most intuitive move is to go bishop f8, it's, you know, it's a fun line. Okay, that's a really good move actually. I think I'll go f3 and just allow him this tempo. Oh, I missed that. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I am rusty. GG's my opponent. You can see how long it's been since I've played. I went down 37 rating points there. But yeah, we'll check this out and see. Yeah, so hey, look at that. Even, okay, wow, I've played it in every... So 56% win rate, that's not too bad. And like I said, king f8 and bishop f8 are the best moves. In fact, I think if you go to the Masters, oh wow, they still play g6. But normally it's g6 or like queen f6, and queen f6 is just such a trappy line. As you can see, 68% win percentage. Oh yeah, knight f6 is pretty common too. Super fun line. All right. Let's bounce back here. I want to go for something fun. Okay, let's go for this. Maybe he'll go bishop c4. Okay, he didn't. Okay, I had a friend that was an expert that always played the King's Gambit, and I memorized this line, but this guy did it in a different order here. So maybe I'm about to get really confused here. I want to say the move is like h6 here. Then after d4, I've got g5. Let's go for that. And then h4, f6. Okay, it just goes h3. Okay. I want to say it's bishop g7. I'm trying to remember when bishop e7 is the idea, but I don't think that's right. Yeah, let's go bishop g7. I wonder what he's setting up with h3. That's a pretty strange move. I guess just stopping g4. Okay, now d6 to attack this pawn chain here. I think I have to block this with my knight, which is good because I want to make way for my king to get the heck out of here. This is kind of, that doesn't work at all. Yeah, it takes. Okay, so queen d6. I'm looking at knight b5. But then queen b4, and then it'll be c3. So maybe queen d6, knight b5, queen d8. The alternative is to go c takes, which I don't love. I get the isolated c pawn. Maybe it's not too bad. I'm going to go queen takes d6 just for my pawn structure, I think. Yeah, let's go back to d8. Because I'm threatening a6 here, and he lets me have it, which means he's got to go knight a3. And I think I can even go b5 there to cut off knight c4. Let's go for that. Opening up my bishop as well. Yeah, just making a lot of knight moves. Let's go ahead and castle and get our rook out here. Yeah, if he castles queenside, I'm going to be a little bit surprised just at the simple fact that I've got a huge pawn storm going already. And my bishop's coming out this way. But I guess he wants to attack me as well. I've got a discovery I can play. But knight d5, there's queen d3. Let's start with bishop f5, actually. Let's cut off that square for his queen. I don't think we want to go. It's also giving me this option to go bishop h7, which is really nice. This is going to be a super good bishop, unless he's somehow able to break through this right here, which he may be able to. But right now, his queen is blocking his bishop in. This is not a very fun position for him. Okay. Queen d5 comes with this threat. And then it also, I think it's a nice double attack here, so let's go for that. Just checking to make sure he doesn't have anything. There's no knight b4. Yeah, I'm attacking this, winning a pawn here, and I'm also attacking this pawn. And also just trading off in general is good for me in this position. If I can trade off the queens, then I should be in a winning endgame there. Yeah, I was going to say knight b4 is one idea, but I still think I'm going up a pawn here. Let's take this pawn. Now we're threatening mate in 1. And it's not so simple to stop. Okay. The thing is, I don't really have to play this. I mean, he pretty much has to go king d2 anyway. So part of me just wants to go knight d5. There's got to be some mate here. Yeah, here, 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 here. And then like f6. So maybe I just start with f6. But then there's knight d3. Okay, let's go for it then. I wanted to go knight d5. I didn't want to cash in on this immediately, but I think we can do this. Oh, I didn't realize that the queens were... It's silly. But I think we're okay here. We still have this double attack. If rook here, we'll at least have takes, and we're going up yet another pawn. Which I think we should be happy with that. Yeah, let's go for it. I don't see anything better. Coming with a tempo. Okay. How do we want to do this? Guess let's just double up. He's got bishop here that he's going to do, I'm sure. Okay. We'll trade off rooks. It's totally fine. Don't care too much about these double pawns. I think I'm going to go here anyway. He doesn't have to take, but I am threatening this pawn, which would unleash this pawn storm. Okay. Now, should be able to go here. I don't want to take this pawn. Oh, I guess I could if it would have been blocking off rook c1, but I really want to make sure he doesn't get this open file. After rook a1, I think I've got rook c6 maybe. Let's just play solid. These are doubled pawns anyway that we're not too concerned about just yet. I've got rook c4 ideas, and he lets me play it, although it would have been a trap, so I'm glad I didn't. Okay. Let's go here, guarding this square and this square. Yeah, let's just keep playing solid here. We're up a bunch of pawns. We don't want to let his rook into the position if we can help it. Okay, we may have to, though. Let's just go here. Rook h7, I've got king d8. Okay. I know I'm not getting mated here, but I am a little nervous. I think we're going to be okay, though. Yeah, we can sack that. We'll get his bishop in return. He still can't go rook h8 because of my bishop. And now we cut off this square for his rook. And then the question becomes, Let's actually go here. It's kind of a weird looking move, but we're happy with we're guarding this h8 square just so there's no ideas. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. He didn't have mate either way, but this way we can just kind of basically guarantee his rook coming off the board. All right, this one should be wrapped up pretty soon here. It's a weird checkmate. All right, GG's my opponent there. Ended up taking quite a bit. He played pretty well there. Maybe I'm just rusty. I feel like I've played 2 lower rated opponents now, and I haven't been super confident in either one. So let's hope to get back on track here. I'm also really hesitant to berserk. Just when I'm recording with my current setup, it tends to be just a little bit laggy. And in both games, I've been low on time. Also, just trying to talk through my moves and stuff. So I'm probably going to try to not berserk as much as possible here. Okay, it's been so long since I've done this. I'll go g6, knight f6, d5, or e6 normally. I like knight f6 or g6 for the most part. Let's go for this line. Okay, and then I'm always undecided. Should I go b5 or d6 here? Let's just go for d6. This is one of my favorite openings. I only learned it a couple years ago. Growing up, I always played either the Nimzo Indian or the Queen's Indian, so I'd always start like knight f6, e6 pretty much. But recently I've started to play the Benoni a little bit more. And then I guess this is the Budapest, I believe is what it's called when you go for b5. But there's some fun trappy lines in that b5 idea, but in general, I've kind of always felt a little worse. This guy's played it really strange, by the way. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play it like this. And come out here with a tempo, and I'm even threatening to go bishop d3, which will stop his knight from getting out here. So I don't know what he's doing here. He's really played this quite strange. Okay, if I go bishop d3 now, though, then there's rook c3, and how am I holding on to my bishop there? I mean, one weird idea is to go queen a5 and bait out bishop c3. Coming here. Yeah, maybe I'll go for it. I don't see anything better. I mean, even if he goes knight f3, I still have this move, bishop d3. I guess queen e7 may have been a bit more crushing there. Okay, but yeah, see, he goes back now, and now I've got bishop d3. I've also got knight e4. Oh, this sets up kind of a nasty trap. This is actually pretty nasty. The idea is he's definitely going to take here and takes, and he thinks I'm putting pressure here, but I really want to come into c3 with this double attack. Yep, and I figured he'd fall for it. Now he's got to move his queen away, and then I'm just coming in here. But even if he doesn't play knight f3, right, maybe he goes queen c2 or something. Maybe queen c1. It's a difficult position either way. It's not a fun position for him to play. But yeah, I was hoping he'd fall for that trap. Now maybe I take with the knight, actually. He might go queen b2, and then I can block with knight c3, and I'm delivering check. Oh, that would have been a funny position. Yeah, queen b2, knight c3, king f1, bishop d3 in here. And then I go like king g2 with the threat of knight e2 or something. Fun position there. All right. That one felt a bit more convincing. That's how I'm hoping to play against players of that strength. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think about the standard chess content, and don't be alarmed by it if you're not into it. Just don't watch if you're not interested. I mean, of course, I love the support. You guys should still like the video for sure. Give me that thumbs up. But if it's not your style, hey, I totally get it. This is primarily an Atomic Chess YouTube channel. And I think what I want to do moving forward is I want to be, I think about 80% Atomic, 10% variants, 10% standard chess, something like that. Because I want to be able to reach people that aren't just Atomic Chess players. I want to be able to get people interested that come from, all different types of chess. And the reality of it is, Atomic Chess is a very small niche. And so to get people into Atomic Chess, sometimes you maybe have to show them something that they already enjoy, right? Maybe just spamming Atomic Chess content is not the strat. But who knows? By the way, this line with d4 here and queen takes d4, this is a line that I played against I believe it was a FIDE master over the board. And like 20 moves in, I was like +3. So the funny story, I was, since she was a FIDE master, I was able to find like all of her over the board games and stuff online. And so I was prepping for her for like legitimately 3 hours, and I found this line through prep. I knew exactly how she was going to play it. In fact, I can show you after the game, but she makes a mistake in this line, and I was able to capitalize. But then at some point she made a move that I wasn't expecting, and I got so far out of prep that I just got so low on time. And essentially I was like +3, but I had like 5 minutes on my clock to her like hour and a half or something crazy like that. So I ended up losing in time pressure, which is just, I mean, it's not an excuse. She was a much better player than me. She managed her time better, and she outplayed me even when I was able to prep her. But it was one of those moments where I was like, man, I should have had that game. I had another game with the FIDE master where I was absolutely destroying him. And by the way, I'm saying all this to say I think the highest rated player, I don't think I've beat anyone over the board with a rating higher than 2100. I was able to get to the expert to get over 2000. But by the way, this position is terrible for me. But people in the area where I live are like really low rated, so like I don't get the chance to play against high rated players very often. Like I'm often playing against people that are low rated. This is remarkably bad, by the way. And so when I get the chance to play against a good player, I always feel like I'm coming up just short, which I guess is how it goes. But I did play against a FIDE master once, and was completely beating him. And then I got to bishop pawn versus king endgame. I was so embarrassed. He was able to, it was a nice trick by him. He traded off his knight for one of my pawns, but I was like, had I seen it coming, I think I could have stopped it. It was annoying, but okay. I already feel like I'm lost here. I guess I have to go h5. Yeah, maybe knight f5 wasn't the idea there, because it really, I don't know where I went wrong, but this is bad. I guess I can go queen e3. Maybe there's something here. I mean, I like this idea too. Maybe I should have just gone for that. Yeah, I probably should have tried to somehow get my knight out here. And just absolutely clamping down the position. He wants to go bishop d6. I really can't stop it. I just need to create some counterplay here. Yeah, I just have to live with this. It's okay. I mean, I can drop back with like queen e2 maybe. Or queen e4, actually. That looks better. There's queen b6, but then I think I just have king h1. But then there's rook g4, queen d8, rook g8. So maybe not rook g4. I thought he had that. Maybe this rook goes to g4. Oh, that's kind of interesting, actually. Wow. Okay, I would have expected to start with queen b6, though, because now Maybe it doesn't matter. But now I have a queen f3. Yeah, I think he should have started with queen b6, because then like rook d4. I think queen b6, I was just screwed. Now if he goes queen b6, I can block rook f2. Which maybe I had that in the other line too. I don't know. Maybe I'm hallucinating here. Okay, I think I want to take this. I can also go defensive with rook d2, but let's just take it. I don't think he has any double attacks here. Oh, okay, he wants to come this way. Not gonna lie, I didn't really see that. But that's okay. I think we're holding on potentially. Let's drop back. So queen h2. I guess I'll have rook f4 though. This looks pretty bad. The nice thing is rook takes. I might have rook here, although it doesn't matter. I guess I can set a trap rook here. I can go rook f2, hoping that he'll take. But I think in the end, it's just not going to matter, especially if he keeps his rook there. But I might go h6 just to set up a mating net. If he gives me the chance, I think I'd like to go h6. But then he's got queen e1. So, ooh, that's actually going to be mate. So, let's go rook d1. Yeah, rook here rather, was just going to be mate. Oh, I didn't see that. Alright, GG's. Man, just got destroyed by an 1800. I kind of noticed the game slipping there at some point. Once he got his rooks on that open G file, it felt pretty hopeless. Okay, so the line that I played, I may not have time to show you the whole thing here. But there's knight f3 here. Wait, nope, sorry. Bishop takes bishop. Okay, never mind. In a new game. I guess we'll never know. Alright, let's go g6 this time. Okay. Got the modern. Interesting. You don't see that as often. Knight c3, there's this weird line of e5 now. Okay, wow, he's playing this strange. d5 is actually the best move, but almost every time they'll take here. And after takes, it's a position that I love playing, because I've studied it quite a bit as black. It's very playable as black. And it's not really a boring position either. Like, black's, obviously the queens are up the board, so it's going into an endgame, but black's actually got some counterplay that you wouldn't really expect in that position. Okay, what do I want to do here? Do I want to go... I guess I have to go bishop takes, sadly. I'd love to go g takes and get this open g file, but I think he would have just had queen h5 there, which would have been kind of annoying. Although now I can go for it, though. Now I can do this, because after takes, my knight defends is h5 square. And if bishop g5, then maybe just knight d7. Okay, so he wants to come in. I mean, h6 seems pretty reasonable. There's knight h4 there, which I don't love. What else can we play here? It's actually a pretty good move. I'm not super happy about it. I guess let's just go queen e7 and live with the consequences. Maybe knight d7, and then knight e6, and like knight c5. Doesn't seem too bad. He'll just be able to trade off for our bishop here if he wants. Okay, let's go ahead and go knight d7. Preparing to probably castle queen side, and then launch an attack with our open g file that we have. Yeah, and I think I want to go ahead and do it now, because after knight e6, if I'm not already castled, then it's stopping me from castling. Okay, I'm not actually too upset about this right now. I probably still will go knight c5, just because this knight is pretty strong. In fact, like knight b5, I don't know how I defend this c7 square. Maybe knight e8. Looks kind of ugly, but Okay, starting to come in here. So we have to ask ourselves, is this a big threat? And if so, how do we stop it? So the way to stop it is e4. The question is, are we worried about it? I think we are. We don't have a big enough attack yet to really go all out. It also opens up this e5 square for my knight, potentially. Eyeing this f3 square. So maybe I can get an attack here. Yeah, maybe I just need to drop back, though. Okay, so knight e5, knight takes c7. Yeah, let's just start with knight e8. Let's just play it safe. Also opening up our bishop here, which I like. And I guess this knight isn't too bad. I can go a6, and he pretty much has to... Although I guess I'll go knight d4 there. Ah, but then there's takes. Like, my bishop's actually not great in this position. This I'm not too worried about. To be honest, I didn't really see it. I think I just had a blind spot or something, but I'm actually not too worried about it. I'm not just saying that. Like, queen a4 is probably what he's looking at right now, but then I think I'll have bishop d4 with these threats like this. Okay, now queen a4 is a big threat, so maybe I do need to go knight c5. Although it doesn't do that much. So what is the move here? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Knight b6, potentially. Knight b6 I don't hate. I'm really looking at this move, bishop b5, and sacrificing the rook. Because I'm trying to calculate this line, like here, 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 here. I just don't think that's a good line for me, so I think I have to go knight b6. I think I'll have mate or something close to it if I don't stop queen a4 here. Although a4, a5 is very scary now. But I guess it's okay. I might be okay there. Yeah, he's going to go for it. But a5, I'll just drop back. And at least his queen is blocked off. So at least I'm surviving for another couple of moves. I also need to be wary of this pawn. So a5 here, a6, like something like this is almost just mate. So after a5, do I ever consider something like knight c8, which is ugly? He plays it. Or do I just allow him to take? Okay, let's launch our attack. Let's just go for it. I think this is a move that wants to be played anyway. Like, if he got the chance to play g3, I'd honestly be kind of concerned, considering my knights are a few moves away from jumping in. So I wanted to play this move anyway. King h1, I think I've got queen h4. And if he blocks, I'm just going to trade my rook off for the two minors there, and then I'll probably be okay with knight d7. All right, let's go for this. So f4 is an idea, which I can take here. Oh, and I'm threatening this move, rook g2. Ah, it's cool, man. That is super cool. And I think I'm okay here. Like, after takes, I can just sack my knight here, and he has almost no checks after that. Maybe there's something weird, like rook a8 takes, knight takes, but then I think I just have king b8. I don't think the queen is ever able to come in time there. I think he's always like 2 moves away. Yeah, I think I have this move. And what a beautiful move it is. Yeah, so takes, I have to go knight takes. And there's no time for queen a4. He can take here and then queen a4, but then I've just got knight a6. Oh wait, no, here I would just take with my knight, never mind. Yeah, I don't think he's got anything here. If the bishop comes, I just take, and I've still got 3 attackers on this. The only way is to try sacking the queen and somehow escaping this. Let's see if he can do it. Okay. Maybe he does survive this. Let's go here with this idea. So I doubt we'll see rook f3. He's probably going to try to move his king. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But now we are definitely going to at least get this pawn. Let's go here, here, and bishop check. I think we might be winning his rook here. Okay. This is tough to calculate. Very tough to calculate. Okay, now we've got his knight, though. I think we should be good now. Oh, but he does unpin his rook. Well, let's pin it back. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Okay, I want to go here. Maybe he'll do something like this, but then I just have this. Okay, wow. He flags in that position. I don't know what he has. Rook a3 seems like the best move to me. I think it's got to be rook a3. I think I'm winning this, but I don't know for sure. It might be a draw as well. Okay, yeah, rook a3. And then queen b1. Yeah, very difficult position. Tough to win as black, especially in that time pressure. And my king's not safe either. I could potentially hang some kind of mate or something, but that was a very exciting game. What was his rating? 1900. Yeah, so far 2000 performance rating. We're not doing too great, but we're also not doing too bad. All right, this guy I think I will berserk. Oh, I guess let's go e4 again. I play a bunch of different things here, but this has been one of my favorite lines lately. I say that. How does it go again? I think it's e takes and then queen b3. Now we've got pressure here. If queen e7, I just go king d1. With the idea of knight f3 and rook e1 coming. There we go. Fun little trap in the French. Yeah, once you have this bishop and queen like this, it seems like most people, almost every time, they'll fall for this. Some variation of it. Maybe they'll give up this pawn, or they'll give up this pawn or something, or they'll give up their queen, but almost no matter what, they're gonna fall for a trap in this line. Obviously with best play, they're okay. All right, let's think about this. I don't think I have anything better than just taking. Yeah, and in fact, after this, my rook can come down. And then I'll have queen e6 there. Okay, or we'll just start with this. All right, GG's. That was a nice, quick one. Let's see if we can at least get top 10 here, if not better. All right, let's berserk again against a 1600. We should be able to make pretty quick work of this. See if he goes for this. Okay, yeah. A lot of times they'll go knight f6 instead of bishop c5. It's interesting that we've had this twice now. I think it's about a 50-50, but I want to say knight f6 is slightly more common. All right, so now let's remember, if f6, we need to start with knight e2. This is probably the best move in this position. Obviously, g6 is not a great move, but queen f6 is actually probably the best move. Knight f6 looks okay, but it's really not. Okay, I always forget. I think you start with b4. It's either b4 or a4. I didn't realize that they take away half your time plus the increment. I thought it was one or the other. I thought they patched that. I thought there was an update for that, but apparently not. So here we are with significantly less time. I think I've just got to take that. Which is unfortunate. I guess we can go here in d4. I mean, I want to go c3, d4, but looks like it's not going to happen. And somehow we've given away our advantage here. Even e5 is a pretty solid move. It still is, maybe. Okay. I just got to go quick. Let's just castle here. Connect the rooks. I'm looking at rook b1 here. So I don't want to play knight b3, which would block my rook. But yeah, c5. Oh, man. Because that's like the only move. Because now after en passant, he can push this pawn up to c5. Man, this guy's kicking my butt right now. I mean, objectively, it might be an equal position, but after being better out of the opening, it feels like he's just outplayed me. I want to say that position is something like +2 out of the opening. It's really good for white. Okay, if b2... Man, what in the world? I wanted to play c4. c4 is such a high-level move. I wanted to play c4 to give my knight a square there, and now my knight is essentially almost trapped. Maybe knight c1 wasn't the right idea. I'm trying to think how I'm going to get my knight in play here. Let's go h3, make a square for my king here. Yeah, there's just rook takes there. Okay. This is looking pretty good for my opponent, and he's crushing me on the clock, of course. I gotta make something happen quick. I guess h8 is probably better. Oh. Are you serious, bro? There's really no way to win this. f4, it really cuts off any of my... What in the world is happening here, bro? It's like he's stream sniping and I'm not even streaming. This is magnificent. Yeah, what? Dude, this is crazy. But there's no way he's cheating because he misplayed the opening so bad. But what? Dude, this can't be real. Oh my gosh, that dude played out of his mind at the end. Every idea I had was just completely cut off. Like c4 was such a high level move. But even f4 was such a high level move. Surely that was the best move in the position. Yeah, because I was thinking like even like just from an objective standpoint, takes. If I can get my rook to f1, I've got some kind of ideas here. I mean, it's very possible that he just played a really good game. That's insane, but 93%. But he screwed up in the opening bad. Like, I'm not joking. This is a bad... Yeah, see, it's a pretty bad line for black. Yeah, roughly +2 here. So, I would feel like he's not cheating, but maybe... I mean, that... I don't know. It just was like every idea that I had where I was like, oh, there's a move that he can make. Like, c4 was such a high-level move. f4 was a high-level move. I mean, everything. It was all so high-level, bro. It was like every single move was just perfect, dude. I don't know. I don't normally think people are cheating, but that one was a little suspicious. For a 1600 to be playing that well, that one was just a tiny bit suspicious there. But I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Sorry, I dropped something here. Oh, dude, I don't know. That was weird, though, whatever it was. Hopefully he just had a good game. But I fear that there was something more going on there. Just like, as the game went on, it was like every time I had an idea, there would be like one move that would stop it. And he would find the move every time. And some of them weren't obvious. Like, c4 was such a high-level move. I know I keep saying it, but I can't get over it. Like, to know playing c4, stop, because I want to play c4 and get my knight out. I mean, for a high-level player, it's an easy idea, but for a 1600, it's just not really something that you would think about. I don't think. I mean, I was a 1600 once. Wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about, what are we going to eat for lunch after this game? And if it's pizza, then I'm going to take a draw as soon as I possibly can. because I'm hungry. I wasn't thinking about, oh, I can play c4 and stop him from getting his knight to c3 because I can block in his pawn. Like, it just, I don't know, dude. That's just, because you can get lucky in chess, right? Like, there is luck in a sense. I mean, chess is a 100% skill game, of course, but you can get lucky in a sense of like you stumbled across the right idea for the wrong reasons. So sometimes a player will make a right move and they may just have the wrong idea, or maybe just like even like only see like 2 moves ahead. Whereas if they had looked 3 moves ahead, there's a bigger idea. But if they looked 4 moves ahead, their idea actually works, type of thing. So like I definitely believe that there is luck in chess. Like you can stumble across the right idea, but to do it that many times in one game, to where like it wasn't just like, it was a lot of only moves. It was a lot of positions where it was like, oh, he needs to make this move to stop my idea, and then he would make that move and stop my idea. Like it was just, I don't know, something was a little off about it. Okay, I can do this barely. I have to check my back rank because he's threatening this square now. But I've got knight f8 here, so I'm hanging on. Maybe I'm just super rusty because this is not an easy game. After takes, he's got to go rook e3, I think. Oh, wow. Okay, he goes for this. Wow. I guess let's start with check, of course. Yeah. I can always go knight d7, though. I'm not too concerned about this. See, that's an example of 1500 level move. Oh, I want to attack your knight here. Oh, okay. That's a move that I would make. Let's just play it safe. Oh, why didn't I just... Dude, what the cuss is going on here? That was pretty silly. Could have just taken, which would have forced him to take, and then I even have bishop takes knight there. So I just, for a plethora of reasons, was pretty stupid. Oh, this is a nice trap. If rook takes, I have rook here. That's going to be checkmate after king takes and queen c1. Yeah, that's a pretty mating pattern. My bishop guards this square here. That's pretty right there. I'm happy with that. All right. That felt like a 1500. The last guy did not feel like a 1600. Is he near the top right now? Not really. I mean, you wouldn't think. I don't know. He probably just got lucky. This is copium right here, but it was a weird game. It was a really weird game. Come on, for the content, for the one time. Let's go d5 here. Why not? I don't really know what I'm supposed to do, but it feels like anytime I take a piece after they go d4, I'm dead lost. So I'm going to go for this line instead. This doesn't look too bad for me. I've got knight c6, bishop g4 ideas to open up. Meanwhile, my knight's pretty tough to attack, I say as he attacks it. Yeah, let's go knight c6 then. So after takes, I don't have to lose my castling rights. Now taking is not such a great move because takes, queen takes, and I can recapture with my rook and get on this open file here. So let's see what he does, because I am threatening to come in here as well. Okay, let's take here. Then I think I can just take this. Rook e1. Yeah, let's just go for it. Maybe the move I should be concerned about is queen e1, though. Queen e1 is pretty strong, but he doesn't do it. Yeah, let's go bishop d6 to get closer to castling here. f6 would have been a little suspect. After castles, is there ever any like takes here ideas, and then like, or maybe starting with rook takes? I don't know. There might be something there, but not anymore. Now we're fine. He did have takes here and here. think that would have worked? Okay, but I need to shut up and focus. I think he did have a sack. Would have been okay, though. Would have just been a pawn and a rook for 2 pieces. I wouldn't have been too concerned about that. Hey, since when did he get his pawn back? Oh, he just did. I'm stupid. Okay. We need to go h6 because he's got a dark square bishop, so we don't want to go g6, allowing his bishop to get in. So this position is probably going to slightly favor us because my bishop cuts off this square, but his can't. So my bishop is going to be slightly stronger than his, I believe. Which is good. Okay. Guess I have to go f6. But that's okay. My king is relatively safe with the pawns like this. I mean, I may just have to put my queen here and trade off the queens. Which I'm honestly not looking forward to. I guess I've got king h8 there. Okay, interesting. He's giving me this. He's got to go like queen a4 here. And then there's maybe bishop c5. Okay, that works too, actually. This is stressful, man. 13 seconds, and I feel like I'm about to run out of time. Feels like I could flag in the next, like, 13 seconds here, man. Okay, cutting off these squares for his queen so he can't, like, perpetual or anything. If he blocks it off, I think I want to go, like, b6. I think I want... Or no, maybe okay. Yeah, let's just take that. Let's just get into an end game. See if we can outplay him here. He's pretty much got to take here. I want to go this way. If here takes, then I'm just gonna have to go. I don't have time to calculate. I probably should have started with b5. Yeah. I want to push my pawns up as much as I possibly can here. Yeah, this is fine. He can come here, but I think we're quicker. Oh, but he has this. Shoot. Oh, and he checks me. Yeah, never mind. This is just completely losing. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, hey, guys. I appreciate you guys watching if you made it this far. Man, come on. This is like karma, bro. This guy is like... He beats me, and then... I don't even know what to say, bro. I don't know what to say about that. Whatever. Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if you want to see more standard chess. This has got to be the lowest rated that I've been in a hot minute, bro. 2079. But hey, we're all at our own pace here. Yeah, it's been a minute. But anyway, that's all right. Next standard chess video, I'll try to climb back up for you guys. But I do appreciate all the support, and you will be seeing an atomic video in the next video. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, appreciate you guys' support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.